everyone, it's Tara from LotusPedal. I hope that you are doing well and are at home nice and safe. I'd love to take a moment to invite you now to our studio here and virtually come and experience this class with me today, our power yoga class. Yippee! So what I'm going to do is to first go and get some props and have those ready for you as well. So we're going to need a yoga strap. If you do not have a yoga strap, no problem. Grabbing a belt or a scarf or even a ribbon is just as awesome. So just have that available for you. If you have any really thin kind of extra cushioning for your knees, for any of our deeper lunges as an option, that is really lovely to have as well. Even if you take a towel and just fold that up, that is a great option for you to have with that too. And then if you have any yoga blocks at home, those would be great for you to have if you have two. If you don't worry. If you want to use books, really hard books instead, that is just as awesome. Again, props are only an option, but I always like to suggest them to have close by just in case you need to grab them. We are going to be doing a power yoga class, so make sure that you stay hydrated, have your water bottle close by as well. Keep that fluid going in, take breaks when you need it. Child's pose is always your friend, and enjoy. Anyone who practices with me regularly knows that we change it up a lot per class to really work on different muscle groups and keep that body guessing. So enjoy your class today, take lots of breaths, lots of breaks when you need, and otherwise let's power through. So when you're ready, come on into an easy seated position. Easy seated position, once you are there, we're going to take that front foot and scoop it in, opposite foot comes forward, just to break up some of those old patterns in the body. When you're ready, start to float your hands to your knees. Either face those palms up to the sky for more energy, or flip them down and root down. Nice and gentle here, start to float those eyes to closed. And let's get started. Rooting down through your sit bones, but rising up through the crown of the head. Tuck the chin into the chest ever so slightly. Take a deep breath in through the nose as you roll those shoulders up towards your ears. Exhale, push them down the back. Inhale, roll those shoulders up towards the ears. And then exhale, push them down the back. One more time, inhale, roll those shoulders up towards the ears. And then exhale, push them down the back. Rooting down through your sit bones or rising up through the crown of the head, tucking the chin into the chest. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, let's exhale it twice as long through the mouth. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale twice as long through the mouth. Full belly breaths. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale it twice as long out through the mouth. And then when you are ready, start to bring that mouth to closed. Start to bring the length of the inhalation to seamlessly match the length of your exhalation. Take a deep breath in, and then deep breath out. And then inhale here, starting to bring that breath deeper into the body. Exhale all the way out. And then on the start of the next breath, forgetting that busy to-do list and all the things you still want to get done around your home today. And focus in instead on an intention you'd like to set for this class. In this unpredictable time, in this messiness, take a moment to recognize the importance of being present, even just for a moment. inviting yourself to let go for the next hour of power. Recognizing your own power. Seeing and believing in that power that you have within you. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Starting to incorporate that ujjayi breath at the back of the throat. Make a ha sound, or the sound of the ocean tide. Breathing in and breathing out. Using this deep, audible breath throughout your practice to help you better achieve your poses with fresh, warm air. Warm blood to those muscles. Take another deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then on the start of the next breath, gently flipping your palms down towards the earth. Give those knees a little bit of a rub and gently start to open those eyes. Inhale. And on the exhalation here, gently start to rock forward from your pelvis here and take yourself 3 times to the right. Opening up that lower lumbar spine. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then pausing at center, we're going to go the opposite direction. Opening it all up. Inhale. And exhale. One more beautiful breath. Pausing here at center. And then when you are ready, reaching for your strap, your belt, whatever you have handy, start to take it all the way out here so that your hands are a little bit wider than your knees. Rooting down through your sit bones. We're going to inhale, rise those arms up overhead. Sliding our hands out here so that they're a little bit wider here. We're going to exhale, take our arms till we get to that squishy point. Once you get there, hold, open up here through your chest. Take another deep breath in. And then exhale here, start to allow those arms to drop all the way down behind you. Inhale, rise those arms up overhead. Exhale, float those arms all the way out in front, keeping a micro bend in those elbows. Let's make that a little bit more fluid. Inhale, rise those arms up overhead. Exhale, let them float all the way down behind you, feeling that opening up through the chest and through those shoulders. Inhale, rise those arms up overhead. Pausing here at center, we're going to take that right hand and slowly let it drop down towards the earth. I'm going to mirror you and do opposite. Turning your gaze now towards the sky as you feel that expansion through your whole side body. Roll those shoulders deeper into the back. Inhale. And then exhale here, come to center. Slowly and gently start to take yourself the opposite direction, keeping that micro bend in your elbows, looking up to that hand in the sky if that is safe for your neck. Take another deep breath in. And then exhale, bring yourself back to center and gently start to float those arms all the way out in front. Taking that strap, your belt, whatever you use, place it to the side. Hands come to the knees, rock here through those shoulders. Nice deep breath in. On the exhalation, nice and gentle here, slowly start to take those hands out in front of you here. Plant your entire hand down into the mat here to really support your wrists as you gently start to rise yourself up into your tabletop position. So tabletop position, checking in that your hands are directly below your shoulders, being sure that any of your props are out of your way here. Nice and gentle, start to take your knees so that they are directly below your hips. and that your hands are directly below your shoulders. Start to drop your tummy down towards the earth. Roll those shoulders deep into the back. Look up to the sky, rocking the eyes of the elbows in towards each other here. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale here. Start to arch that spine. Really exaggerate this motion as you look towards your navel. Inhale here for cow pose. Look up to the sky. Exhale for cat. Arch that spine. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. One more time. Inhale here for cow. And on the exhale, slowly coming into that neutral tabletop position, perhaps wiggling through those shoulders a little tiny bit. Pressing evenly through those palms, tuck your toes under here, sink your weight back towards those heels here as you start to drop that head down. Releasing through that neck, take a deep breath in. And then exhale, ripple yourself forward, untuck those toes and pulse out those feet. Waking up the inner soles of the feet, nice and gentle, tuck your toes under and start to sink your weight all the way back towards those heels. Rolling the eyes of the elbows in towards each other here, dropping that head down. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale here, start to ripple yourself forward, untuck those toes, pulse out those feet, rock here through those shoulders, side to side. And then gently coming back into that tabletop position, tuck your toes under and lift those knees off of the mat. Navel pressing to the spine, take a deep breath in. And then exhale, lower those knees to the mat. And perhaps take your hips now with you here as you rock it side to side. Crackling anything stuck in that body out. And then when you are ready, coming into that neutral tabletop position, rolling the eyes of the elbows in towards each other, lifting those knees off of the mat, navel pressing to the spine, inhale. And then exhale, lower the knees to the mat. One more time, rock here, side to side. And then when you are ready, coming into that neutral tabletop position, rolling the eyes of the elbows in towards each other, hovering the knees off of the mat, bending into those elbows. Start to push yourself all the way up and back into your very first downward dog of the day. Let's pedal those heels here up and down. And lightly and gently shake that head yes and no. Let's come up high onto those toes. And then sink the heels towards the earth. If they touch, awesome. If they don't come anywhere near, no problem. Keep as much of a bend in the knees as you need. Come up high onto those toes. And then sink your heels towards the earth. One more time, high onto those toes. And then sinking your heels towards the earth here. Roll the eyes of the elbows in towards each other here. Take another deep breath in. And then exhale, take those knees nice and wide. Flatten your feet on the mat. Sink your weight back towards your heels. And start to drape those arms to the sides of your body as you lower your forehead to the earth. If lowering your forehead to the earth is not possible, grab from one of those blocks, grab from one of those books, whatever makes this accessible for you, as you slowly tuck your head down towards a surface. Taking nice deep breaths in and deep breaths out here. And then when you are ready, slowly and gently start to straighten those arms all the way up overhead. Press evenly into those palms as you rise yourself up, bringing yourself into that tabletop position. Tabletop position, tuck your toes under, rise yourself all the way up, downward facing dog. Downward facing dog, roll those shoulders deeper into the back. We're going to inhale, lift that right foot to the sky, and keep those hips square to the mat below you here. Take a deep breath in as you keep that foot flexed. Spread your yogi toes, inhale. And on the exhalation, float that foot down to the earth. Pedal those heels here up and down. Nice and gentle, float that opposite foot to the sky. Keep your hips square to the mat below you here. Spread those yogi toes. Roll the eyes of the elbows towards each other here. Take another deep breath in. And on the exhalation, float that foot down to the earth and paddle your heels up and down. Take those knees nice and wide and sink yourself down to the mat into a child's pose. Option here to keep the arms up overhead, or if you would like to take those arms to the sides of the body, please do. Difference between the two is anytime you have your hands up overhead, it's a little bit more cardiovascular. Your heart's working a little harder to get those arms up overhead. Anytime you have the arms beside the body, it's a little bit more restorative to those shoulders. So selecting whichever pose works here best for you, perhaps rocking here side to side to really get into those hip flexors. Take another deep breath in. And on the exhalation, reach those arms up overhead, press down into those palms, rock yourself forward, tuck those toes under, rise yourself up, downward facing dog. Downward facing dog, rolling your weight evenly into that right hand. Take your left hand and either take it to your right ankle, calf muscle, or thigh, whichever works best for you. Knowing that the ankle is the most challenging, start to look underneath your right armpit. Taking a nice deep breath in as we stretch out that side body here, inhale. And on the exhalation, float that hand back down to the mat. Press evenly through that palm as you gently float your opposite hand, right hand, to your left ankle, calf muscle, or thigh as you start to turn your head underneath your opposite armpit, opening up that whole side body, feeling your obliques expand. Nice and gentle, bring that hand back to center. Take those knees nice and wide and start to sink yourself all the way back into that child's pose. Taking a few beautiful breaths there as I tuck my hair all the way up. Take a nice deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale. And on the exhalation, gently starting to ripple yourself forward. Tuck those toes under, rise yourself up into that downward facing dog. Downward facing dog, let's lift that right foot to the sky. Keeping those hips square to the mat below you here. Take a deep breath in, spread your fingers, really press down into the mat here. Start to pull your knee in towards your nose, crunching it in. Rock yourself forward into a plank position. Plank position, hover the foot to the sky, three-legged dog. Three-legged dog, we're gonna pull that knee to the outside of our right elbow here, placing the leg above the elbow here to protect that joint. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, float that foot all the way to the sky. Keep your hips square to the mat below you here. Let's pull that knee in towards the nose, crunching it in. Option here to rock that knee to the outside of the elbow just like we did before, or if you are coming into the arm balancing pose, you are taking that knee to the outside of that front elbow, dropping your opposite hip down and opening up. Taking nice deep breaths in and deep breaths out here, flexing your foot, spread those yogi toes. Take a deep breath in and then exhale, land that back foot if you are up and rise yourself all the way up into that three-legged dog. Three-legged dog, place that foot down on the mat and pedal your heels up and down. Take nice deep breaths in and deep breaths out here through the nose. Inhale. And on the exhalation here, take that opposite foot to the sky. Opposite foot to the sky. Keep those hips square to the mat below you here. Start to hinge here and start to pull that knee in towards your nose. Crunching it in, rock yourself forward, plank position. Plank position, hover the foot to the sky, three-legged dog. Three-legged dog, pull that knee in towards your nose. Take that knee to the outside of that left elbow as you rock yourself forward here. Hold. And then gently take that foot all the way to the sky. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhalation, pull that knee in towards your nose. Now, option to take it just to the outside, or if you're coming into that arm balancing pose, you are rocking yourself forward, dropping that opposite hip down, and then slowly extending all the way out. Spread those yogi toes here. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Slowly land that into that three-legged dog. Three-legged dog, place that foot down on the mat, paddle your heels up and down. Take those knees nice and wide and sink yourself all the way down into that child's pose. Rock those shoulders deeper into the back. Get yourself sinking down a little tiny bit lower. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale. And on the exhalation here, we're going to ripple ourselves all the way forward. Tuck those toes under, rise yourself up. Downward facing dog. Downward facing dog, rippling forward into that plank position. Of course, option to take yourself down to the knees if you need. Roll the eyes of the elbows in towards each other. Fire through that core, inhale. And on the exhalation, keep those elbows tight to the body as we lower ourselves all the way down to the mat. Forehead comes to the mat, top of the feet onto the mat. Let's frame our rib cage here with our hands. And then we're going to inhale here, come on up, baby cobra. Exhale, head comes down to the mat. Inhale, rise it up, baby cobra. Exhale, head comes down to the mat. One more time, inhale, rise it up, baby cobra. Exhale, push through those palms, tuck those toes under, push yourself up. Take it all the way back into a downward facing dog. Downward facing dog, you're gonna hold here for 5 beautiful breaths. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale and exhale here again, keeping as much of a bend in those knees as you need, whichever way your downward dog suits you. And then on your last breath, look up to those hands at the top of the mat and walk those feet through. Inhale here, halfway lift. Exhale, you're going to take your head towards your knees here and scoop those hands behind the calf muscles as you bring your chest towards your thighs. Inhale, keeping as much of a bend in those knees as you need. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, bring your head towards those knees. Nice bend in the knees as much as you need. And then slowly and gently start to drop those fingertips down towards the earth. We're going to inhale here, halfway lift. Exhale, head coming down towards those knees. Inhale, rise the arms up overhead. Exhale, take your hands to your heart center. Hands come to the side of the body, mountain pose. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out, rooting down, inhale. On the exhalation, let's fly those arms up overhead. Float all the way forward. Inhale here, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come to mat, bend into those knees. You're gonna hop or walk those feet all the way back, plank position, lowering it down through your chaturanga. Inhale into an up dog or cobra. Exhale. Downward facing dog, take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Inhale. And on the exhalation here, looking up to those hands at the top of the mat, walk or hop those feet all the way back. Inhale here, halfway lift. Exhale, head comes to the knees. Inhale, fly the arms up overhead. Exhale, float all the way forward, raising that heart rate. Let's inhale here, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come to the mat, bend into those knees. Hop or walk those feet all the way back, plank position, lower it down through your chaturanga. Inhale through an up dog or cobra. Exhale. Downward facing dog, look up to those hands at the top of the mat. Hop or walk those feet all the way through. Inhale here, halfway lift. Exhale, head comes to the knees. Inhale, rise those arms up overhead. Exhale, float all the way forward. Inhale here, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come to the mat, bend into those knees, hop or walk those feet all the way back, lower it down through that chaturanga. Inhale into an up dog or cobra. Exhale. Downward facing dog, take some beautiful deep breaths. If you need to grab water here, please do. Stay hydrated. Inhale. And exhale here. One thing I forgot to remind you of is if you have a little towel that you need for any sweat or anything like that, please have that close by. I'm making it nice and toasty in here in the wonderful infrared, so enjoy wherever you are at. Stay hydrated. We've got one more beautiful breath. And then when you are ready, nice and gentle here, let's make our way up to the top of our mat. Inhale here, halfway lift. Exhale, head comes to the knees. Inhale, rise those arms up overhead. And then you're gonna exhale, you're gonna float your hands to your heart center and start to roll those shoulders deep into the back. And then nice and gentle here, start to rock into those toes. Now toes can be touching or feet can be hips distance apart, whichever you prefer. We're gonna rise up here and start to roll those shoulders deeper into the back. And then hinging here into the knees, sliding down an imaginary wall behind you way harder than it looks. Holding here, hovering over our calf muscles. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale here, rise with control. Heels come down to the mat. We're gonna inhale, rise those arms up overhead. Exhale, float all the way forward. Inhale here, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come to the mat, bend into those knees, hop or walk those feet all the way back, plank position. Lower it down through that chaturanga. Inhale into up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Downward facing dog, we're gonna lift that right foot to the sky. Looking up to those hands, you're gonna step that foot through and hop that back foot out and plant it down at a 90-degree angle, making sure your feet are on two parallel tracks here. Bend into that front knee, roll those shoulders deep into the back. Now if you find that this is really hard to keep your fingertips on the mat, that's where it's great to use those props, to use those blocks if you need them. Take another deep breath in. And then exhale, start to fly those arms all the way up to the sky and start to hinge into that front knee. Now checking in that your knee is not going over your toe. If it is, back that back foot up a little tiny bit here as you bend into that knee. Square your hips to the top of the room. If this is too much to have the arms up overhead, taking your hands to your heart center is just as awesome here. Breathing here, bending into that knee, firing through that leg. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhalation, float those arms up overhead. Slide those hands down to frame that front foot. Pivot that back toe and float that front foot to the sky. Three-legged dog. Three-legged dog, place that foot down on the earth. Pedal your heels up and down. Take your opposite foot to the sky. Keeping those hips square to the mat below you, look up to those hands at the top of the mat and step that foot through. Hop that back foot out, pivot it down to the earth, bend into that front knee, square those hips again. If blocks are needed here, please honor that. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. And then float those arms all the way up to the sky. Square those hips, rock those shoulders to the back again. If hands at heart center is easier and better for you, honor that. Keep those hips square, bend into that front knee, fire through that leg. Take another deep breath in. And the exhalation here, the arms are at heart center. Slowly slide those hands to the sky. Frame that front foot. Pivot that back toe. Float that front foot to the sky. Three-legged dog. Three-legged dog. Place that foot down on the mat. Rock yourself forward. Plank position. Lower it down through your chaturanga. Inhale into an up dog or cobra. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Downward facing dog, looking up to those hands at the top of the mat. Walk or hop those feet through. Inhale here, halfway lift. Exhale, head comes to the knees. Inhale, fly those arms up overhead. Exhale, float your hands to your heart center and rock your shoulders deeper into your back. Rocking your weight now into your toes. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, start to sink down that imaginary wall behind you here. Hovering here over your heels. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale here, rise with control. Heels come to the mat. Inhale, fly those arms up overhead. Exhale, float all the way forward. Inhale here, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come to the mat. Hop or walk those feet all the way back into that plank position. Lower it down through that chaturanga. Inhale through your up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Downward facing dog, taking a deep breath in. And then exhale, look up to those hands at the top of the mat. Hop hop or walk those feet through. Inhale here, halfway lift. Exhale, head comes to the knees. Inhale, rise those arms up overhead. Exhale, sliding your hands to your heart center, roll those shoulders deeper into the back. Come on up onto those toes, tuck that tailbone under, navel is pressing to the spine. Start to lower yourself all the way down. Again, hovering here over those calf muscles here, engaging that core. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, rise with control. Heels come to the mat. Inhale, rise those arms up overhead. Exhale, float all the way forward. Inhale here, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come to the mat, bend into those knees. Hop or walk those feet all the way back. Plank position, lower it down for that chaturanga. Inhale through an up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Downward facing dog, lift that right foot high to the sky. Look up to those hands. Step that foot through. If it takes a couple hops, no problem. Hop that back foot out. Pivot it down to the earth. Bend into that front knee. Rise yourself all the way up. Warrior one. Warrior one, square those hips. Bend into that front knee. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, float those hands down to the earth. Pivot that back toe. Float that front foot to the sky. Three-legged dog. Now, three-legged dog, option to take that foot to the earth or ripple yourself forward, plank position. Lower it down through your chaturanga. Inhale into up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Downward facing dog, take a deep breath in. And on the exhalation, take that opposite foot to the sky. Looking up to those hands, step that foot through. Hop that back foot out, pivot it down to the earth. Bend into that front knee, rise yourself all the way up, warrior one. Warrior one, taking deep breaths in and deep breaths out, squaring those hips, rolling those shoulders deeper into the back, inhale. And the exhalation, take those hands down to the mat, pivot that back toe, take that front foot all the way to the sky, three-legged dog. Three-legged dog, option to take your foot to the earth or ripple yourself forward, plank position. Lower it down to that chaturanga. Inhale, both feet meet the mat, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale, and on the exhalation, looking up to those hands at the top of the mat, walk or hop those feet through. Inhale here, halfway lift. Exhale, head comes to the knees. Inhale, rise those arms up overhead. Last set of these arm promise, float your hands to your heart center. Roll those shoulders deeper into the back. Rock your weight into those toes. Lift yourself up. And then nice and gentle here, start to lower yourself all the way down. That imaginary wall behind you here, hovering over your calf muscles. Take a deep breath in. And then a deep breath out. Use your core strength for stability. Inhale. And then exhale, rise with control. Heels come to the mat. Inhale, rise those arms up overhead. Exhale, float all the way forward. Inhale here, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come to the mat. Hop or walk those feet all the way back. Plank position, hold. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Roll the eyes of the elbows in towards each other. Inhale. And on the exhalation, hinge into those elbows. Push yourself all the way up and back. Downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, ripple yourself forward. Plank position. Plank position, bend into those elbows. Push yourself up. Take yourself all the way back. Downward facing dog. Downward facing dog, ripple yourself forward, plank position, take yourself to just over the mat and hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push yourself back up and take yourself all the way back. Downward facing dog, take a deep breath in. And the exhalation, ripple yourself forward, plank position, lower it down through that chaturanga. Inhale into an up dog or cobra. Exhale. Downward facing dog. You have 5 beautiful resting breaths. If you need to grab water here, please do. I'm going to try to drink with you guys because I never remember to in class. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Use your breath. Continue through, and again, if you need to grab water more than I do, please honor that. Listen to that here as we turn our music up a little tiny bit more, using that breath. Continuing in and out here through the nose. Breathe in. And on the exhalation here, looking up to those hands at the top of the mat, we're going to walk or hop those feet all the way through. Inhale here, halfway lift. Exhale, head comes to the knees. Inhale, rise those arms up overhead, taking a little tiny bit of a back bend here, rolling through. Nice and gentle, start to bend into those knees. Start to fold your hands behind your back and lift up with your chin and chest. Take another deep breath in, and then exhale, float everything forward. Paddle those heels here up and down. Walk those fingertips all the way over to the right. If this is too much for you, grabbing for a block or a book here is just as awesome as we open up those side obliques. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale here. Float yourself to center. Pause here. Again, if you like that block, please use it. And then slowly and gently, either taking that block or your book, the opposite direction, opening up that whole side body, keeping your feet parallel to the mat in front of you here. Take another deep breath in. And then exhale, rotate yourself to center here. Take that block if you used it or a book, place it to the side, bend into those knees, flatten your palms, hop or walk yourself all the way back into that plank position. Plank position, lowering it down through that chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Gently take your knees to the mat. Hands come directly below those shoulders. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, shoot that left leg all the way behind you here. Keeping those hips square to the mat below you. Opposite arm extends out. Inhale. And exhale, roll that shoulder deep into the back. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lift that arm and leg up. Bring it to center. Lift the arm and leg up. Bring it to center. Lift the arm and leg up. Bring it to center. One more time, lift that arm and leg up. Bringing it to center. We're going to crunch the elbow and knee together. Give it a squeeze. And then extend it all the way out. Elbow and knee come together, squeeze. And extend it all the way out. One more time, elbow and knee together, squeeze. Extending it all the way out. Pause here. Or see if you can start to reach back and grab for that foot. Slowly and gently squaring those hips. Start to kick back through that foot. And perhaps lift that chin and chest. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhalation, releasing all the way through center. Making a loose fist with that hand. Lower that arm to the earth and pivot your hip to the side of the room. Now option to stay right here, or you can flatten that hand and slowly see if you can take your hand to your hip. Option to stay right here or extend that arm to the sky. Option to take your head and look towards that hand in the sky. Option to stay here or see if you can reach back, catch that foot and open up here even further here. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Inhale. On the exhalation, slowly and gently releasing. Take that hand in the sky to the earth. Rock your hips to center. Opposite hand meets the earth. Tuck that lower toe under. Rise yourself all the way up into a three-legged dog. Three-legged dog, start to hinge the knee and open your hip towards the side of the room as you start to look underneath that armpit. Now option to stay right here, or if it's in your practice, flip that dog, land that foot to the earth, shoot those hips to the sky and reach back behind you. Taking deep breaths in, shooting those hips to the sky, inhale. And on the exhalation, nice and gentle, roll yourself back over here, hop your foot in, lift that foot to the sky, take a deep breath in. Exhale, ripple yourself forward, plank position, lower it down through that chaturanga, both feet meet the mat. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, land those knees to the mat. Flattening those feet. Take your hands to the mat here. Breathe in. And breathe out here, nice and gentle here. You're gonna extend your opposite leg out. So left leg is now extending out and opposite arm comes to straight, right arm to straight. Flex your feet here, flex those fingers. Take a deep breath in. Square those hips. Inhale. And on the exhalation, lift that arm and leg. And then bring it to center. Lift that arm and leg. And then bring it to center. Lift that arm and leg. Bring it to center. Pause here. Take a deep breath in. On the exhalation, see if you can sweep back. Catch that foot. Square your hips. Kick back here and lift up through that chin and chest. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Inhale. And on the exhalation, releasing all the way through center, making a loose fist with that hand. Lower the forearm to the earth and rise your hips to the side of the room. Now, option to stay here, or nice and gentle, you can take your hand to the hip as you flatten your opposite hand to the earth. Roll those shoulders deep into the back. Inhale. And then exhale, option to lift that hand to the sky and turn your head to gaze towards that hand. Keeping that foot flexed. Take a deep breath in. Option to stay here or reach back, grab for that foot and open up here even further. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale and exhale here. One more breath. Releasing that foot. If you had it caught, slowly and gently take that hand to the earth. Square those hips to the mat below you. Take your opposite hand up. Tuck your lower toe. Rise yourself all the way up into that three-legged dog. Three-legged dog, hinge at the knee and start to open your hip towards the side of the room as you gaze underneath that armpit. Option to stay here or flip that dog. Land that foot to the earth. Shoot those hips to the sky. Reach towards me at the back of the room. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Reach those hips to the sky. Inhale. On the exhalation, flip that hand back down to the earth. Pivot here, hop your foot forward. Nice and gentle, roll yourself forward. Plank position, lower it down through that chaturanga. Inhale, both feet meet their butt. Up dog or cobra. Exhale. Downward facing dog, take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Inhale. On the exhalation, looking up to the top of the mat, hop or walk those feet through. Inhale here, halfway lift. Exhale, head comes to the knees. Inhale, rise the arms up overhead. Exhale, start to sink a little bit into those knees. Clasp those hands behind and open up with the chin and chest. Take a deep breath in. Bring your palms together now. Start to fold those hands behind the back. Lift that chin and chest further open here. Take a deep breath in. Bend more into those knees. Rise with control. Fly those arms up overhead. Flow all the way forward. Inhale here, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come to the mat. Bend into those knees. Hop or walk those feet all the way back. Plank position. Lower it down through that chaturanga. Inhale through your up dog or cobra. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right foot lifts to the sky. Look up to those hands. Step that foot through. If it takes a couple hops again, no problem. Start to pivot that back foot to the earth here. Be sure your heels are in line with each other as you start to bend into that front knee. Nice and gentle, start to cartwheel those arms all the way over, coming into your warrior two position and roll the shoulders deep into the back, squaring your hips to the side of the room, checking in again that the feet are in line, bend into that front knee. Arms are extending out, gazing over that front hand. If you need to check in with those arms, please do. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhalation, you're going to straighten that front knee, but don't lock the joint, and then sink deeply into it. Straighten the front knee, but don't lock the joint. Sink deeply down. One more time, straighten that front knee, but don't lock the joint. Sink deeply into it. So to take that front forearm, place it on the thigh. Opposite arm reaches over the ear here. Reaching here in side angle A, you can look up towards that hand at the top of the room here if you like. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. And then nice and gentle, if you like, you can extend both arms all the way forward, holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2. And when rising it all the way up into that warrior 2 position, take a deep breath in. And then exhale, reach your front hand forward and either place it down to a block or down to the earth here. Opposite arm is reaching towards the sky. Now option here, just an option. If you would like, you can reach through, grab for that bind here, and rotate your chest to the sky, just an option. From here, of course, if Bird of Paradise is in your practice, I invite you to come into that now. Nice deep breath in, and deep breath out. Inhale, and exhale here. Those of us in Bird of Paradise, slowly meet back up with us. Those of us in the bind, slowly and gently release, rising it up. Nice and gentle, take yourself all the way into that warrior 2. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, start to straighten that front knee, but don't lock the joint. Shoot your hips towards the back of the room. Reach forward here, pivot your hands to the side of the room, and come into triangle pose. Rooting down through that bottom hand, but lifting up to that top hand. Take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Inhale. And on the exhalation here, take your hand to the outside of that front foot. Opposite hand is going to slide to the hip here. Now pausing here or extend that arm to the sky. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out in twisting triangle. Inhale. And on the exhalation, float that hand down to the earth. Pivot your hands to center here. Taking those feet nice and wide, nice and gentle here. Planting the hands, start to fold forward. Now if it's in your practice to take your head all the way down to the earth, please do. If it's in your practice to come into teddy bear stand, here is your chance to do so. Taking deep breaths in and deep breaths out, playing with different arm movements if you like. Taking the hands all the way behind you too, if you like, whichever you prefer. Those of us in teddy bear stand or headstand, slowly and gently return. Nice and gentle, those of us with our hands on the earth or our feet super wide, start to walk those feet back in. Keeping that micro bend in those knees, hands come to the hips to protect our lower lumbar spine. Bend into those knees as we rise up. Nice and gentle here, pivot that front foot forward, bend into that back knee and float your feet to meet. Hands come to the side of the body, mountain pose. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale. And on the exhalation, let's rise those hands up overhead. Float all the way forward. Inhale here, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come to the mat, bend into those knees, hop or walk those feet all the way back. Plank position, lower it down through that chaturanga. Inhale through up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Downward facing dog, left foot lifts to the sky, look up to those hands as you step that foot through. Pivot that back heel down to the earth, bend into that front knee, check in that your heels are in line with each other as we cartwheel those arms all the way open. Warrior 2. Warrior 2, rolling those shoulders deeper into the back, bending into that front knee. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Checking in with those arms, make sure your arm placement is right. Roll those shoulders deeper into the back. Inhale, bend into that front knee. Don't compromise your form. Take another deep breath in. And then exhale, take your forearm to your thigh. Opposite arm reaches over the ear here. Roll your shoulder deep into the back. Take a deep breath in. And then deep breath out. Inhale. On the exhalation, extend both arms here. Reach towards the top of the room. You're holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2. And one, rise it all the way up. Warrior 2, don't think we forgot. We're going to extend that front knee. And then sink our way deep into it. Extend that knee. And then sink deeply into it. One more time, straighten knee, but don't lock the joint. And then sink deeply into it. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, reach forward here. Take your hand down either to a block or down to the instep of that front foot. Opposite arm reaches to the sky. Turn your head to gaze towards that hand if that is in your practice. If a bind is in your practice, take that now as you reach your chin and chest to the sky. If this is too much though, staying right here is just as awesome. Breathing in and breathing out wherever you are at. If bird of paradise is in your practice here, please come on into that now. Inhale and exhale here. Still keeping that chest to the sky wherever you are at. Breathe in and breathe out. Bird of paradise. Return back up with us. Those of us in the bind, slowly and gently release. Everyone rising all the way up, meeting in warrior two. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhalation, straightening that front knee but not locking the joint. Shooting your hips towards the back of the room. Pivot your hands to the side of the room. Reach forward and take yourself down into triangle pose. Rooting down through that bottom hand, but lifting up to that top hand here. Nice rotation in your core here. Really extending and cleansing those organs. Inhale. And exhale here, nice and gentle here. Take that hand in the sky to the outside of that front foot. Opposite hand either comes to your hip or reaches to the sky. Twisting triangle. Squeezing out those organs, letting go of any toxicity that may be stuck there. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Release that hand in the sky, down to the earth. Slowly and gently pivot yourself back to center here. Keep those feet pointing out to the outside edges of your mat as you slowly lower your head down towards blocks or towards the earth, whichever works best for you. Playing with whatever hand variation works. Perhaps taking your hands to your toes as you lower down, really opening up behind the shoulders here, wherever you are at. If you are taking that teddy bear stand or headstand, please come into that now. Enjoy it. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful fresh blood to the brain. Those of us in teddy bear stand or headstand, slowly and gently release. Those of us with our head down on the earth, slowly and gently rise up. Nice and gentle. Start to bring those feet in closer together if you have them really wide. Nice and gentle. Take your hands to your hips. Bend into those knees. Inhale. Rise it all the way up. Pivot that front foot forward. Bend into that back knee. Hop those feet to meet. Hands to the side of the body. Mountain pose. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Inhale. And on the exhalation, rise those arms up overhead. Fly all the way forward. Inhale here, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come to the mat. Bend into those knees. Hop or walk those feet all the way back. Pausing here in plank position. Roll those shoulders deeper into the back. Pause. Inhale. And the exhalation, let's take that right forearm, meet the mat. Left forearm meets the mat. Right hand meets the mat. Left hand meets the mat. Left forearm meets the mat. Right forearm meets the mat. Left hand meets the mat. Right hand meets the mat. Lower it down through that chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Take 5 beautiful resting breaths. Breathe in. And breathe out. Grab that water if you need it. Inhale. And exhale here, using that breath. If you took yourself into a position for water instead, if you took yourself out of downward dog, let's meet back up there now. Looking up towards those hands at the top of the mat. We're going to bend into those knees, walk or hop those feet all the way to the outsides of your hands here. And then slowly bring your hands to your heart center. Rock those shoulders deeper into the back. Now option is stay right here, or if this is really challenging, grab for one of those blocks or books and place it underneath your bum so you have a little bit more support. Otherwise, what we're going to do here is we're going to take our hands, plant them down onto the mat. Spread your fingers really wide and start to walk your feet into your body. Start to lift those knees really high up and towards your armpits. Little secret here, look above your mat. If you look at your feet, you will fall forward. Start to rock your weight forward. Perhaps lift one foot. Perhaps lift up the opposite foot. Wow! Start to lift yourself all the way up and hold. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Pausing there for as long as you like. Inhale. And exhale here. Keep that breath. Breathe in. And breathe out. Those of us up in crow, if you would like, you can bend deep into those arms and jump yourself all the way back, lowering it down through your chaturanga. Inhale into an up dog or cobra. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Those of us who are remaining right here, that is awesome too. We are all gonna meet up in our goddess pose. Nice deep breath in and deep breath out. Let's take those hands, sweep them behind us here. Start to land that thumb all the way down and set up for our favorite part of class, our so as sets. So rocking your bum now back into about the middle of your mat here. Slowly and gently start to roll yourself back, roll those shoulders deeper into the back, and start to bring your heels into your body. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale, start to find that C curve here. Once you find that, start to cross your ankles over and pull your heels in towards your chest. Keeping your heels in here. If you get tired here, take your hands like so. Otherwise, we're gonna float those arms to the sides of the body, rock those shoulders deeper into the back. You wanna turn your music up here. It's good. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. And one opposite direction. Lift that chin and chest. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. And one opposite direction. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. And one opposite direction. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. And one. Both pose. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. And one. Shoot those feet all the way forward. Flex those feet. Core engage. Roll those shoulders deeper into the back. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. And one. Lift it up. Boat pose. Keep those heels high. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. And one. Take those legs all the way forward. Roll those shoulders into the back. Core is engaged. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. And one. Lift it up. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. And one. One more time. Legs engaged. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. And one. Rise it up. Give yourself a hug and rock it side to side. Nice work. Take a deep breath in and then a deep breath out. Inhale. And on the exhalation, cross those ankles over. Don't give it a lot of thought. Take those arms to the sides of the body. We are holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2. And one. Cross opposite direction. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. And opposite direction. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. And one. Opposite direction. Smile. It's just yoga. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. And on. Bring those heels up. We are holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2. And one. Slide that right foot out and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. And one. Slide it together. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. And one. Extend that left leg out. If you're shaking, it's okay. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. And one. Bring it together. Hold. Roll those shoulders deeper into the back. Shoot those legs all the way out. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. And one. Rise it up. Give yourself a hug and rock it side to side. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale. And on the exhalation, cross those ankles over. Last set, I promise, but instead of doing the holds, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take those feet up, we're gonna take them all the way up, and we're gonna crunch them in. We're gonna do it 10 times, and then I promise it's time to stretch out and relax. Cross your ankles over. Lift up that chin and chest. Find that C curve. We are here for 5, 4, 3, 2. And one opposite direction. Lift up with that chin and chest. Walking for the rest of our lives. Getting ourselves strong so we can go into those arm balancing poses. Cross opposite direction. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Core strength, cross those ankles, hold. Take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. One more breath. Take those heels up, bring yourself into boat pose. Are you ready? Let's go. We're gonna go 10, crunch, 9, crunch, 8, crunch, 7, crunch, 6, crunch, 5, crunch, 4, crunch, 3, crunch, 2, crunch, 1, crunch it in. Give yourself a hug and rock it side to side. Awesome work. Plant those feet down to the mat. Nice and gentle, rock through those shoulders. And then when you are ready, take your hands to the sides of your body. We're gonna lower ourselves all the way back for the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and extend those arms up overhead. Reach towards the back of the room. Roll your shoulders deep into your back. Tuck your chin into your chest. Now doing your very best to keep your feet planted into the mat. Rocking your shoulders deep into the back. Make sure you're tucking that tailbone under so there isn't a lot of space here underneath your back here. Tucking that tailbone under. Arms are gonna float up to the sky again, and keep your feet planted into the mat here so that you're using your core here, elongating through that core rather than using your momentum. You're gonna take it all the way up for the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach forward, round through that back, and then exhale, take it all the way down for the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend those arms all the way up overhead. Roll those shoulders deep in the back. Tuck your chin into the chest. Raise those arms up overhead, pressing your navel to the spine. We're going to take it all the way up for the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more time. Take it all the way back for the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend those arms up overhead. Roll your shoulders into the back. Tuck your chin into the chest. Fingertips float to the sky. Take it all the way up for the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Grab for your left wrist. Pull the wrist out to the side and take your head down towards the knee. Feeling that expansion through your scapula and sternum, all the muscles that are over them. Slowly and gently reaching for the opposite wrist, pulling opposite directions. Trap and deltoid muscles releasing. Take another deep breath in. And then exhale, rippling yourself back to center. Start to scoop up with those feet. Start to pull the feet into the body here and start to lift your feet off of the mat. Nice and gentle, taking your peace finger, hooking your big toes here. Start to lift those feet out to the side. Now perhaps, just perhaps, you can lift one leg out. Bring it back to center. Take the opposite leg out. Bringing it back to center, perhaps staying here or seeing if you can take both legs out. Roll those shoulders deep into the back. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, slowly and gently bringing those feet back to center here. Landing the feet to the earth. Making sure you're tilting here from your hips rather than from your shoulders. Start to bend all the way forward here. Just pausing here for a moment. Now, if you find that it's in your range of motion to take yourself down further, you can take your elbows to the earth, but be sure you aren't rounding through that back here as you go. If you need to rock yourself back and forth, letting go of any flesh stuck underneath the bum, please do. If you prefer to take yourself all the way down towards your feet, be sure though that instead of rocking forward, that you're rolling those elbows out, opening up here through the collarbone as you slowly start to take your head down towards those feet, allowing the knees to float closer down to the earth. If you want to remain upright and just give a slight push to those knees, you can. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out wherever you are at. Inhale. On the exhalation, if you have your head on your feet, slowly and gently rise. Nice and gentle, lifting up. Nice and gentle, folding the knees in towards each other here. scooping those legs into the body. Start to roll yourself all the way back. From here, placing your arms to either sides of your body here. Roll those shoulders deeper into your back. Nice and gentle. Start to roll your knees over to the right as you turn your head to the left. Now, option here, you can leave your legs just like so, or if you would like to come into a deeper stretch, you can extend those legs all the way out, flexing those feet. Wherever you are at, you are pausing here, allowing that nice rotation here through the core. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out as we change up our music here. Inhale and exhale here. Use that breath. Breathe into it. And then when you are ready, nice and gentle, if you have the legs extending all the way out, start to fold those knees back into the body. And then nice and gentle here, start to roll yourself back to center. Nice and gentle, start to take yourself over the opposite direction. Turn your head gently the opposite way. Again, if it's in your practice to extend those legs all the way out, you can. Coming as deep into the stretch as you prefer, as what works for you. Take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Inhale, and exhale, conscious of rocking the shoulders deeper into the back as you pause there. And then when you are ready, nice and slow, starting to roll the knees back in if the legs were extended. Starting to rock yourself back to center. We're going to take our hands to those knees and roll those knees in a little circle all the way around to the right. Pausing at center, we're going to go the opposite direction. And then nice and gentle, we're going to start to gather those knees up into the body and bring our head right towards those knees. Rolling those shoulders deeper into the back. Take a deep breath in. Giving yourself a giant squeeze here, huge hug. And then slowly and gently start to float your shoulders down to the earth. Allow those arms to float out to the sides of your mat. Tuck the chin into the chest. And gently allow the feet to float to the earth. Take that left foot, slide it all the way out. Right foot slides all the way out, tucking yourself closer into the mat as your body becomes nice and heavy. Deeper breaths in and out through the nose here. Allowing your body to melt down into the mat. If you prefer to have the eyes covered, grabbing for that towel that you may have had, placing it over the eyes. Allowing the weight of your body to be heavy. Start to take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale it here twice as long through the mouth. Nice deep breath in through the nose. And exhale twice as long out through the mouth, ridding that body of all that heat you cultivated during your practice. One more time, deep breath in through the nose. And exhale it out twice as long through your mouth. And then when you are ready, release the tongue off of the roof of the mouth, interrupting conscious thought. Let yourself melt. Let yourself be. Slowly start to bring life back through the body. Wiggle your fingers. Wiggle your toes. Inhale. On the exhalation here, start to gently fold the knees into the body as you rock yourself over to the right side of your mat. Gently, ever so gently, bring yourself up into an easy seated position. Easy seated position. Let's inhale, rise those arms up overhead. Exhale, float your hands through your heart center. Bowing your head down to your fingertips, stretching into the back of the neck. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Inhale, rise the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold your hands to heart center. One more time, inhale, rise those arms up overhead. Now clasping the hands, start to take your hands over your head. Scan your body. Take your hands over your heart, over your internal organs, scanning that body for any tension that still may be there. Grab hold of it and shake it out. Get rid of it. It's not serving us, so we don't want it. Keeping only that serves us in our body. Float your hands to your heart center. Bowing your head down to your fingertips, stretching into the back of the neck. Taking a moment to thank yourself for all your hard work here on your mat today, giving yourself permission to let go of anything that does not move us forward. In this time, so much anxiety, so much tension caught within us. Take a moment to turn your focus, your thoughts, into the things that move you, into the things that matter most to you. And see those things and work from them. Holding your loved ones close to your heart. Protection is, of course, always the most important thing for all of us. Finding that light and surrounding ourselves with that, releasing that anxiety, finding that power within us. Float your hands to your third eye, acknowledging all that you are here in this present moment of life. The light within me salutes and recognizes the light within you. Thank you so much. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. Beautiful, amazing, awesome people. It was fabulous to practice with you. Keep doing your amazing things. Know that you're in our hearts, and we look forward to the day that we can have you back in the studio. Until then, remember to do your best. Do your absolute best to be as positive as you can. Be kind. Be proactive. And be safe. Much love. Breathe.